Completely new Kingdom Hearts story is releasing this month. Allow me to introduce to you the forgotten Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. The game that has been on hiatus for just short of 2 years. When the focus shifted towards Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and its finale, Dark Road went on a long hiatus. So developers, all 2 of them, could wrap up the story of Xehanort's journey into darkness in one fell swoop. And that time is now. This story would later end up being what we would experience in the rest of the Kingdom Hearts series, becoming the being that would try to purge the world with darkness and reset everything using Kingdom Hearts. The story about the main villain, a story that should also tell the lore of the destruction of Scala Kylam as a society, the world we see at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and that we're going to be experiencing much of in Missing Link. Since as far as we know, Xehanort, Ericus, and the other classmates are some of the only students really left in this world at this point in time. And if this world ends with Xehanort and Ericus having some sort of falling out that was teased in Birth by Sleep Xehanort reports, then we are definitely in for some crazy content. It was said that this story was going to release in August, and Dark Road has been delayed a couple times now. We were going to be getting Dark Road at first at the end of last year, towards around October, the fall season, and then come the 20th anniversary, we would end up getting news that it will be coming in August. And now it's August, we have no idea what date in August it's releasing in. Typically, how the stories go for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, how they communicate with us is at a random point throughout the week, they say, hey, update releasing Tuesday, and then the KH community goes crazy. So it could be this week, next week, the week after, the end of the month, the last day of the month. I have no clue, but it's definitely going to be random, but we'll probably at least have a couple day notice. Which, by the way, we'll be streaming the whole thing, all of Dark Road, when it drops. The Dark Road party will be here, and if you want to be invited, you should subscribe and hit the bell so you know when it happens. Anyways, one of my biggest hopes when it comes to this story is that I really hope that regardless of how much story we get, whether it's 2 hours of content, 3 hours of content, we're basically getting a little mobile game movie here. Please release all of it at once to everyone at once, a global release, so that we on YouTube don't have to experience the story through translations and not having the official English release until weeks later, maybe months later even. A same time release is very important. And the 20th anniversary trailer gives me some hope in that, because that trailer was in fact a English trailer, which also did say August. So we had a English subtitled trailer that said a August 2022 release date. So I have hope that we'll at least be getting the English update within a couple of days of the JP release. But preferably, I don't even want to deal with that. I want it at the same time, same day, because you guys know the KH community goes crazy when it comes to new KH content. So if we can all experience that at the same time, then that would just be great. Discussing like some of the things in Dark Road itself, all the scenes that we were shown during the 20th anniversary trailer were really hype. So far, Dark Road story has been pretty good. We don't really have that much that has happened yet, but the pacing of the story has been nice. The characters have been developing nicely. The only issue is that it just kind of stopped in November of 2020, and we had no idea what was going on until we later got the update that it will be on hiatus until this time. And now 2 years have passed, and we are finally about to get Dark Road. Please. I talked about this in a previous video, but Master Odin, my suspicions are definitely rising of him. I'm starting to feel like Master Odin definitely has some like dark vibes or dark history to him. He seems to be one of the older keyloaders we have ever seen. He might even be older than old man Xehanort, and I'm sure there is some like deeper meaning or deeper like history with this character. Who knows? Maybe this character shows up in Missing Link even. That's a decent possibility, because they are that old. We have a extended young Xehanort and the Master of Masters encounter from Remind, which is the scene I just might be the most excited about. Reason being is because throughout Union Cross, throughout Key, all of the extended cutscenes we got, like the extended Ava's role cutscene, the extended Lushu's role cutscene, they have all been extremely juicy when it comes to lore. And usually when they have added on scenes to those moments like that, they're something major. Like with Lushu, we got the Master explaining like his entire plan, or at least a big portion of it, more than we had ever heard about the Master's plan during that cutscene. And it was definitely one of the key moments in the Union Cross finale that I theorized about, that I talked about, that I'm still thinking about to this day, because it's so interesting. with the extended Ava's Royal cutscene. It was the cutscene that would kickstart the entirety of the Union Cross expansion we'll end up getting, where we got the Dandelions becoming Union leaders, and stories with Strelitzia and Ventus would start kicking off the murder mystery. If this extension of young Xehanort and the Master's encounter follows the same like sort of lines, then we are in for something crazy to be revealed in this scene, and I am very excited about that. Since we have seen very little of Dark Road up to this point as well, Dark Road is one of those stories where, unlike Union Cross where we spend so much time theorizing and talking about it, Dark Road is a story that some people didn't fully expect, and we don't quite know where exactly the story is going to go. We're a lot more unsure when it comes to Dark Road's story, when it comes to Dark Road's lore, as far as it pertains to everyone else. With Xehanort and Ericus, we can kind of figure some things here and there, but everything else is pretty much a mystery. How exactly Scarlet Kylam leads to its destruction, Master Odin, these other classmates, the upper classmates. There's a lot of mystery, a lot of unknown when it comes to Dark Road, so there's going to be a lot of surprises, I'm sure, in the story. Things that we can't even fathom, things we will not expect. So maybe we possibly see things like more Lucio involvement, the black box showing up. Maybe we do find out what the Master's name is. I'll expand upon that idea on a different day. There's also a ton of new characters that could shake up things in unimaginable ways. I mean, we have had a decent bit of experience with Xehanort's classmates at this point, who we do know end up perishing at some point, if that is them, because there's a lot of new characters, so we can't be completely sure. But assuming that is them in the graveyard, we also have these upperclassmen, or these other new characters, if they're the upperclassmen, I don't know, who we don't know if they end up passing, if they end up dying. If Scarlet Kylam does end up collapsing, maybe they end up similar to Union Cross, maybe they all end up going to sleep or end up perishing in some sort of way in some battle due to some Heartless. Maybe Master Odin does something crazy, but there's also the possibility with Kingdom Hearts 4 coming up, we do know there's going to be a lot of new characters when it comes to this new saga in general, this new arc. I mean, Xehanort lived all the way up to Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe some of these characters are old people, like walking around somewhere. Old Keyblade wielders is kind of in retirement, just chilling somewhere that we could find, that we could interact with, that could tell us about some of this lore, some of the stories of growing up with Xehanort, or some of the stories of Scarlet Kylam, how Keyblades work, the Book of Prophecies, a lot of these things that could catch up some of our main characters right now with what happened back then. There's just a lot of different layers, a lot of different routes they could go with Dark Road, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have new Kingdom Hearts story, because it always brings us to the table. Lots of new theories, lots of new discussions. We are definitely going to be talking about Dark Road when it drops, when all that story drops, however long it is, whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours, 3 hours. We are watching it all, and we are analyzing every little bit of it. We are going crazy, but I'm super excited for this new story coming up. Tell me some of your thoughts, some of your ideas when it comes to Dark Road. Are there any twists you're expecting to come in? What do you think the Master is going to say new in this new cutscene in Dark Road? I want to hear it all down below in the comments section. Let's get a little discussion starting. If you enjoyed today's video though, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out to you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer.